Oh, that was a bad smell. Oh my, it smelled like hamburgers.
Alexis Sunshine 83, it's always sunny here. Boop.
Hey Sunshiners, Alexis Sunshine 83 right here. Hello, hello, happy sunny day. What is up? Today's video, I am doing another aesthetic thrifted mystery box video, which if you guys have never seen these types of videos from me, then number one, it means you're not subscribed and you should hit subscribe right down below. But number two, basically I try different thrifted mystery boxes that are curated for a specific aesthetic or style like goth, fairycore, Y2K, and I really love these types of videos because it helps me get outside of my comfort zone and try something that I would have never tried if it wasn't for doing this. And this specific thrifted mystery box I am so excited for because out of all the ones I've done, this is probably the most like close to, not necessarily my style, but a style that I truly really love. I mainly got inspiration to do this video because of the resurgence of the 2014 Tumblr aesthetic. Obviously, I'm not saying that grunge aesthetic and Tumblr aesthetic is similar, but I think there are like paths that it kind of crosses. The Etsy seller I ended up purchasing this grunge mystery box from is called Weird Kids Closet, and this one is actually sold out. And originally I wanted their bigger bundle, but they were also sold out of that, and so I got the itty bitty bundle, which is 2 to 3 articles of clothing and 1 accessory for $54.99. Definitely, you know, a steep price for not that many items. I definitely want to, you know, depending on what's inside, try to style the pieces. Before we get into unboxing the grunge mystery box, we're gonna talk about what is the grunge style. Now, grunge is both a music genre and also a clothing style. When we kind of dive into the history of grunge, it starts with Seattle, Washington, which is said to be the birthplace of the grunge movement, which originated in the 1980s. Grunge was used to describe different alternative bands like Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains, and more. Grunge music was a subgenre of the hard rock and alternative music whose sound was described as high levels of distortion, feedback, fuzz effects, and a fusion of punk and metal influences. The actual definition of grunge is grime or dirt, and during the 80s, when the city of Seattle was shedding its hippie image, it was also holding on to the hippie values of counterculture and nonconformity. Grunge music's lyrics and overall sound are filled with angst and a feeling of being misunderstood. Now, the fashion also mirrored that, being described as essentially a slovenly, thoughtless, uncoordinated look, but with an edge. Many took inspiration from their favorite bands, and Kurt Cobain was probably the biggest influence on that. In the beginning of the era, grunge fashion leaned more towards punk, but grunge ended up embracing a darker, more on the fringe style. And by the 90s, grunge fashion was known for people sporting ripped, faded, frayed, and wrinkled threads for a disheveled look, and most of the staples being denim jackets, Doc Martens, Converse, and combat boots. Something I found while researching for this video is this sentence: grunge rockers were fashion indifferent. They made no statement at all. And I thought that was really interesting, especially since there's dedicated Pinterest boards, including the one that I made for this particular mystery box, about how to dress grunge, when in reality the actual way is to not care. Grunge music and in turn grunge fashion went mainstream in the 90s, causing runway to take note, and after Nirvana's album Nevermind, grunge like layering made its way down the runway at Calvin Klein. After that, silhouettes that hunted to suburban thrift became a catwalk staple at New York Fashion Week, and in 1993 Marc Jacobs even showcased an all grunge themed collection. Many articles contribute the original grunge scene fading due to Kurt Cobain's death in 1994, but also many bands like Soundgarden broke up, and there was a big shift to bubblegum pop in the mainstream, although grunge fashion did continue and has kept some of the classics from the original scene. Obviously, grunge music is still out there, but it isn't the same as what it was like in the 80s and 90s. Grunge fashion that we mainly saw in the late 2000s and early 2010s can be described as soft grunge, which originated on Tumblr and is influenced by grunge fashion and other 1990s fashion styles. It featured sheer tights, Jeffrey Campbell Litas, American Apparel tennis skirt, Doc Martens, flannels, and studs. Similarly to how the original grunge revolved around underground artists, soft grunge was all about the 1975, Arctic Monkeys, The Neighborhood, Nirvana still, and many times featured those bands on their oversized t-shirts. I'm sure critics would say it's not actually grunge based on the focus being about the fashion, but it stays true to the messy look from the 90s, even if it wasn't actually effortless. Modern Girls described in their Tumblr aesthetics video that soft grunge is a watered down version of 90s grunge, people like Sky Ferreira, Taylor Momsen being key fashion influences at the time. Like I said, I did make a dedicated grunge slash mainly soft grunge Pinterest board for the Etsy seller to help with this thrifted mystery box. And even though grunge has taken on a new meaning within fashion, I think it's important to remember where it came from. And before this video, I definitely did not realize how much music played a part in grunge. But with this mystery box, I am hoping there are, you know, kind of again those core fashion items. So flannels, black, stripes, studs potentially. Yeah. Let's finally open this baby up, which my scissors are downstairs and I really don't want to go downstairs. I know that is so lazy, but like I'm already sitting here and I'm just gonna try to open it with my bare hands. I've been working out, so you know, feeling stronger. Oh, that was a bad smell. Oh my, it smelled like hamburgers. I do have a smell problem right now. Ever since I had COVID at the end of 2020, most everything smells like rotten eggs. So it may just be me, but I wasn't ready for whatever smell this is to be hitting me like that. So I'm just gonna show you right there. As always, basically I'm gonna unbox it and then do the try on portion where I'm kind of talking through my feelings, because obviously I don't know what I think about it until I actually try the pieces on. The first thing I see is this. I really love that there's a bunch of belt loops in there so you can really customize the sizing. I love belts. I'm actually not wearing a belt today, which makes me kind of sad. Okay, I'm assuming it's supposed to be like this on the outside, but then I feel like you can also do it like this. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could do it like that. Interesting. So we got two different options for the belt. Awesome. Next is the first thing I saw, which is this striped sweater. And I feel like, yeah, this definitely, I would say, goes. The smell has gotten better, I will say. It's not as strong as it was when I first opened it. And yeah, I definitely think this makes sense. I was assuming I would get some striped things, and it's originally from St. John's Bay, which I've thrifted a lot of things originally from that brand that have been amazing. So I definitely feel good about this. Next, we have this button up, which is also from St. John's Bay. And yeah, I think this definitely goes with it. I would have hoped to get a little bit more like a flannel plaid. Not that this isn't it. I was just hoping for maybe like a red, black, or even like a mustard. I don't really wear flannels anymore, so definitely don't have this in my closet. And I feel like I could put together an outfit with it. It does seem like something like maybe John will wear. And then I have this. Is originally from Large, and it just has this graphic on the front, which, I mean, graphic tees in general I think kind of go with the grunge aesthetic. I feel like with all of them, I am feeling a little underwhelmed. I feel like my expectations were probably a little bit too high. So let's style these pieces, try them on, and then I will give my final thoughts. Okay, so first I have the striped sweater, but I'm trying to figure out this darn belt. Like, I think it can either be, like I said during the unboxing, it can either be on the white part or the stripe part. But like, I'm trying to do the stripe part and it's like not properly. I don't even think you can see, but I cannot get it in. So we're just gonna go with the white side instead. All right, so this is the first outfit with the gray, black, and white striped sweater. And I think I've said previously, I'm not really in love with gray sweaters, but obviously with getting this mystery box, I knew it would be included, and I really like that it is striped. It's something I probably most likely will wear, to be honest. It's very comfy. I think it's really cute. I tried my best to create kind of like a grunge style outfit. I don't think I necessarily did it that well, but I have my denim jacket that says Harley Davidson. I got my docs. And yeah, I think it is actually pretty cute. Again, I don't know, there's just something about the belt that I am not loving, but the sweater, honestly, I really like. I'm going to wear this. I'm really happy with it. And I think it does kind of bring the elements that were on my Pinterest board. So I think they did awesome with that. This next outfit, I actually kind of like. My only complaint is I wish the flannel was actually a little bit longer. Like, I would have loved if it was longer than the t-shirt I am wearing. That way it almost looks like, oh, is she wearing pants or is she not wearing pants? I don't have too much to say about it just because it's just kind of like a blah item. Again, I do wish it was just a little bit of a different pattern, but overall, I'm not upset. I don't know if I'll wear it, to be honest, which makes me really upset. I'm going to try to make it work 100%. I feel like flannels are one of those easy things that you can just throw on anytime. So I definitely will be keeping it and trying to style it as best as I can. And the last item is this t-shirt, and I think the pairing, especially with the flannel around the waist and even with the jeans and boots, I think does go. But I was kind of hoping for something that was a little bit more into the grunge style. I am just not in love with the t-shirt, which is 100% on me. And I think honestly, I'm gonna stop asking for t-shirts in mystery boxes depending on what they are, but I think just in general I'm way too picky, so it's 100% on me and not necessarily on the seller. I will probably wear it. I mean, it's just a t-shirt, it's not like that crazy. It's pretty easy to style in like a casual, lazy type of sense, and I think with this outfit it does kind of bring home the idea I was wanting to go for. So yeah, I don't have too much to say about it. I feel like that's been my theme for this entire video, where I don't have too much to say about it. I feel like it's just kind of like, yeah. Alrighty, so I have tried everything on, and I feel like you already know my thoughts on it, but I kind of want to sum it up that I don't think this thrifted mystery box is bad at all. It just was kind of okay, and I think one of the reasons is because it only had 3 clothing items, and usually when I do these types of videos, yes, I end up spending more, but I get more items so I can really get into the style that the mystery box is. I would love to know your thoughts right down in the comments, and again, everything was thrifted, so if you do like thrifting and secondhand fashion, then make sure you hit subscribe right down below and hit the little bell to be notified every time I make a new video. And also don't forget to follow me on Instagram, which is alexsunshine83. I hope you guys have a super sunny Sunday, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!